Hello, it's Dave again with a video today about whether or not you should script your videos. I've just written a blog post about this actually, which I'll give you a link to at the end of the video. But I just thought I'd also shoot a quick video just to go through some reasons why you should script and some reasons why you shouldn't. And again, give you a link at the end to the blog post so you can have a look in more detail, and you can see a few examples on there as well of both, including one by my own mentor and business partner, Stuart Ross of Six Figure Mentors, who is, it's safe to say, a bit of a master of doing marketing videos, and he never uses a script. You'll see if you look at the blog a very good example of a video which he shot, for example, on the Indian Ocean a couple of years ago, and which has generated for him and for his affiliates probably millions of dollars worth of business with a completely unscripted, kind of off-the-cuff, impromptu video. But I'll give you an example, again, as I do in the blog. I also do videos for clients, and I did one recently where we hadn't intended to use a script, but the way things went kind of dictated the fact that we needed to do a script, and that's what we had to do in the end. From my own point of view, I like both. I tend to do unscripted videos, mainly because I prefer a kind of natural sort of approach, but that's for videos where it's generally just me talking about some of the affiliate products and training courses and so on that I recommend. I also do some tutorials where I'm not even in the videos, just screen capture videos, so it doesn't really matter whether it's scripted or not. I can have as many rehearsals as I want to do. But I think if I tell you briefly about the example of my client, I went several weeks ago, went through to do some video shooting of a sort of haulage product that he sells, and they wanted to do a sort of tutorial video on how you use that properly. So we went through and did all the video shooting. That was fine, very easy. Spent a day doing that, came back, put together an edit and sort of sent the file through for him to have a look at. And the idea was that he would do the voiceovers for it and send the files of those through to me, and I would just pop them into the edit. Bingo, job done. For a variety of reasons though, it didn't work out that way. He had problems with the internet connection that he had and with the files, and I think, to be honest, actually doing the recordings themselves. So long story short, he came back over here to Argyll, where I'm based, and just sat down to do the voiceovers live while we were here. But what we found was, as soon as the microphone came out, even though he had sort of rehearsed and knew inside out what he wanted to say, when it came down to a microphone in front of him, he just kind of couldn't get it together. He was stumbling a bit over words, and it just wasn't working. There was so many sort of restarts and false takes that we sort of decided, look, take a half hour out, script it on your laptop, and since you're not actually appearing in the video, you can just sit down and read the script from the laptop, or even from a piece of paper if you want to print it. Not a problem. So we did that, and the shoot went absolutely perfectly. So I would kind of, in that situation, if it's someone that's not used to doing off-the-cuff videos, whether or not they're going to appear on camera is kind of irrelevant. I would always do a script. Also, I used to work in the audio-visual industry, and I used to do quite a lot of voiceovers for videos that we were doing for clients. Quite often I didn't even see the video, but I always had a script, so I could kind of work through. I used to do auto cue and stuff, so I'm pretty used to reading scripts quite fluently as well. And also, if you're doing videos for clients, there might be some very specific areas that you need to get right and make sure that you've had that written off with the client. There might be technical issues, there might be legal issues. There just needs to be stuff that you should have a script for. So that's my kind of take on it. It really depends an awful lot on the kind of video you're doing. If it's a documentary style of video where there is actually going to be a talking head, and you know they're going to actually be in the video, then you're going to have to look at definitely scripting again. But then you have to bear in mind that you can't have someone reading a script if they're on the camera. Similarly, you can't have it too far off center. You maybe use an auto cue app on an iPad or a whiteboard behind. Just use bullet points so that the presenter is generally looking at the camera and just occasionally flicking away to get a prompt for the next line of text that they want to say. So that's my kind of take on scripting and not scripting. There's arguments both ways. So like I said, I've done a video, a blog post on my website. So there'll be a link here. Click on that and it will take you through to the website, and you can have a read through there. As I also mentioned, there's a great example of a video you can click through and look at on the blog post of the legend that is Stuart Rosting, his Pedalo video from the Indian Ocean. So hope that's been useful to you. Grateful for any comments and likes and suggestions, and again feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Cheers for now, bye bye.